Lots of positives and a lot of talent out on the floor. USC leads this series 18-9. But last year here in Salt Lake City, the one meeting, it was Utah getting the victory. Tip is up, and USC with possession. You see Deja Young, she's got the first chance at Juju Watkins as far as defense goes. Utah will try to mix it up on her as USC trying to work that high, low, and just off the fingertips of Rhea Marshall.
Well, you said it. Look for them to mix up who they put on Juju Watkins defensively, but also look for them to mix up whether they double her, whether they trap off of screens, too.
Turnovers have been problems here and there, really, for both of these teams. I'd say in games where they maybe had struggles, they've had high turns, and these are teams that know how to force the turnovers, though, too. Between the legs, behind the back, just short off the iron for Juju Watkins.
Those live ball turnovers that lead to kind of pick twos, if you will, those are the ones that are dangerous.
Yeah, great point. Queen gives it up to Johnson. This is a USC team coming in off the win against number 2 UCLA. They forced 22 turnovers, got 23 points off of them as Pili, an aggressive drive from Anchorage, Alaska, transferred from USC. Hit with some injuries after that and decided to transfer.
A completely different team ago. It was different coaching staff, everything. So, new start, totally different teams, and she's found a nice spot here at Utah.
Yeah, certainly so. A switch off of Watkins. She gives it up to Padilla. She's had a hot hand as of late. Utah leads the way in the conference, and not far behind is USC. Utah averages 12 threes a game. USC 8 threes per game. And there's a takeaway by the Utah defense. Strip from Forbes.
And she just got a little tangled up in her own feet going through the paint on the play.
Inside to Pili. Off the glass is good, but patience. 1 point Utah lead. Padilla, a new addition to this USC team. The transfer from Penn this past year. Vieta, nobody stops the ball.
Vieta picking up where she left off on Sunday, just taking it coast to coast. I love how she pushes it. If you're not going to stop ball, she's just going to take it all the way to the hole.
Solid game for Vieta. Yeah, Utah, a bounce back after a close 2-point loss to number 8 Stanford last weekend. The win against Cal. And Vieta with 19 points in that one, but a pretty soft stroke. That's Watkins. Controlled and dominant wins last weekend in their second game. Jenna Johnson trying to get some space. But USC looks sharp defensively, really. And quick substitutions important when you come to the mountains. Got enough passing for Utah to get the 3-ball for Jenna Johnson.
Well, and that's something unique that Jenna Johnson brings as a forward for Utah. She's not just a low post presence. She can play defense as a 5, but she can step out and hit that 3. And if you're hands down as a post defender, she's going to make you pay.
And an offensive foul call against USC. Jenna Johnson stopped a scoring drought for the Utes. The double team over. Johnson with the 3-ball. Utah up by, really doing a nice job with their scheduling and what they're doing out there.
Well, I got to say, it was the pictures for me on that little montage. They all look like they're having so much fun, but it just shows how strong the conference is. You've got all the teams in the top 25, and it keeps their net high when they're they may be beating each other, but they're not beating each other by a lot, and they're beating the other teams.
Nice addition for the Utah Utes this offseason. Maddie Wilkie, the transfer from Wisconsin, hits the bucket. Working it inside to Caitlin Davis, who's checked in. Transfer from Columbia. Wilkie, no hesitation around and out. But crashing the O boards. Utah, another chance. Vieta, they'll say all ball. And Lynn Roberts and his crowd livid. And it leads to a layup for USC. Grad student from Norwalk, Connecticut. High to low, Johnson hesitation.
People can get a breather on the bench, but we'll really see whether...
First free throw good for Jenna Johnson at the line, and behind her, you see number 1 in white. Misses the second. Losing her footing was Davis. They're thrilled to have her back. Sustained an injury in that game and just have not been able to get her cleared. But Watkins, try to make it as difficult as you can for her. As the Utes working it around. Wilkie, short, batted around. extra effort. That's Lonnie White who's checked in that kept it alive. And Pili makes him pay. Yeah, Lonnie White on the weak side board was right there to bat it around as the drive by Big B. She cleans it up herself.
Adopting that same mindset on the other end. Misses the shot, gets her own rebound.
57% free thrower though, and misses that first one. But gets the second for Taylor Big B. Utah hanging on to the 5-point lead. Quick crossover by Palmer. She lays it up good.
Well, and she just brings something different than Alissa Pili. She's got a little bit more size, and she can make plays like the one you just saw where she finishes with contact from a defender.
Under a minute left in the first quarter as Johnson.
Use of her pump fakes, her step throughs. She's able to draw the foul and then get.
Reese Ross comes back in for the Utes, gets them both. She's got two. It's been scrappy and fast. Watkins behind the back. Pretty. But almost fades just a little bit. She's such a strong guard with the ball.
Well, and she just has the ability to block out the defender. She has defenders right there in her face, but just focuses in on the basket.
Palmer tries to get squared back up again. Tipped out play. UCLA on Monday. They will hit the road for the next 4 in a row. Wilkie, got to get it off. Does, but cannot do it.
She's been an ambassador for the Pac-12. She's always one that will help other coaches, which is unique in this game. She really wants to see everybody do well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And she's constantly learning and continuing to want to learn about this game and how it's changing and across the board at the professional level and all areas as the second quarter gets going, and it's a foul call on USC, second on Watkins.
Yeah, it's just the refs have been honing in. It's a point of emphasis this year on those moving screens. So you can't do the flyby. You can't kind of tip someone as you're going by. You have to be stopped. They have to be able to avoid you if they want, and then that's how you avoid the foul.
And it was Waco not quite getting there in time. 9 points for Pili. The assist to Vieta. She is 8th in the nation with 109 assists. Because Deja Young goes flying, but the shot is good. Yeah, that was a nice look from Kinsey Forbes.
That was really Deja Young's only option, was to fall backwards out of bounds, or else she probably would have picked up the foul.
Young got the start again without Weekends, and now Pili this time down low, so out up top for the three, and now inside as well.
That Vieta to Pili connection is very strong tonight, making it look easy with that little left-handed bounce pass.
Watkins stays on for USC with the 2 personals. And needing some help is Forbes. Looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. Colo White, open wing, off the back of the iron. And the rebound down to USC. USC giving up some things, willing to give up an open look to Lonnie White to be able to double team and help with Pili.
Well, and Lonnie White, she can shoot that 3, but she is a little bit streaky. So if you're USC,
Queen will bring it up. Johnson on the low block, out to Young, sticks it, makes him pay.
Well, and you're seeing something right now. There hasn't been a dead ball in quite a few trips up and down the floor, and USC looking a little tired right now.
Oh, beautiful drive, though. When you played this game, and you played in a lot of different venues, it is a factor in your elevation.
At some point, you're like, just someone foul someone. Knows what it's like to be a head coach, but someone you can lean on as a current head coach with Lindsey Gottlieb.
Well, there's going to be a lot of bruises after this game. I can already tell. This one's already gotten very physical out there. I love it, though. So competitive. Hand check on USC.
Let's take a look at that offensive foul. Again, it's on the screen, just sticking that leg and that hip out. Catches Pili trying to get over the top and takes her legs out from under her.
Foul called against Samuels, her second. And beautiful takeaway. The help D by Davis, and then right back by McQueen as Pili triples that one over the rim.
just a roller coaster of emotions on that play for USC.
Yeah, you think you've got the steal and possibly a fast break, and wow, collision inside. Davis and Johnson, and I think they're going to call it on Jenna Johnson and Lynn Roberts in this crowd in disbelief.
Yeah, it's not intentional, but that is a foul. Jenna Johnson kind of losing her balance and falling underneath Caitlin Davis. Very dangerous play. I'm glad both players are up and don't seem to be fazed by it, but it was definitely scary for both sides.
And remember, they have eliminated that lower defensive block this year on the women's side, that arc area. Pili guarded by Davis. Skip over to Vieta. Way too much on that one.
So far, USC being very calculated with who they double from, and the gambling is paying off.
Some contact, no whistle, letting them play. Skip down to Bigby. Swish. The first game, trying to get yourself going. Palmer back on. Great to see her back out there. Drives it up. Padilla might have got a piece of it. And it's into the hands of Watkins. Banks it up good. Juju Watkins adds to her totals. She's got 12 points.
There is zero fear or hesitation in Juju Watkins. 1-on-2, she didn't care. She just split the defenders and went right up for the shot.
Donald's All-American, the MVP in that competition. Give and go, Wilkie finger roll.
The passing ability of Alissa Pili is elite. She's found her teammate with a nice finish off the double team. I can't say enough for how important she is to this offense.
And back at you, Forbes. Palmer using a high screen, gives it up. Here's Wilkie, left side, sticks it.
USC coaching staff trying to settle down the players. This energy in this gym is a good one if you use it right, but if you start complaining with the refs, that's not necessarily productive.
Pili gets fouled on the rebound. Deja Young in particular becoming a starter. And then Wilkie getting more and more minutes.
So much of their offensive production, but other people doing a great job stepping up. So it's just been really impressive that they're still ranked 20 and competing in all these games.
Rare misses from the free throw line for Alissa Pili. And a good box out and another chance. Kayla Williams has checked in 4 in black for USC. As the long three won't go for Pili. And a chance for USC to cut into this deficit. They got it below double digits. Can they get some more? 3 ball around and out. Boy, that was a great look by Forbes. Palmer, midcourt, just short. And first half is in the books here in Salt Lake City. Physical, scrappy. What can you do against Alissa Pili? As you said, she's so good inside, outside. You see if they can bring a little more intensity defensively here. Third quarter underway. High-low this time. McQueen on the backside.
They love that play coming out of halftime. That lob to McQueen is a go-to play for them, and I haven't seen them miss yet this year.
And I don't know if we saw it, but back at you says Juju Watkins. I love that beautiful shot. Utah gets it back. You know that Watkins is going to do what Watkins does, but she's got to have some others to go along with her. Marshall's been playing solid D, maybe got a piece of that one right there, and she comes down awkward. And Rhea Marshall still kind of wincing a little bit at the other end. Marshall averages 13 points a game. She's only taken 1 shot. Again, missing the last game. She was out with illness. You don't know if that's played a factor or not, but they could use more from Marshall. She and Forbes averaging 13 apiece, but Watkins doing all she can. Vieta into Pili, help D. Watkins with the takeaway. Oh, an aggressive drive and allows her to get to the free throw. First free throw good, All-American. Working on her masters, over 1,000.
They're almost like pieces of a puzzle that Lindsay Gottlieb has been able to put together, and they all fit really nicely together.
Yeah, they certainly do. She's done an excellent job in her 3rd season as the head coach. Pili somehow got away, reaching up and out. Watkins, three, no good. Marshall trying to clean it up. And Johnson and Marshall, a jump.
That block shot by Rhea Marshall.
She has so much versatility in her game and the ways that she can score. Kick out to Bigby. Sticks it.
Bigby has done that a couple times today for USC. Early in the first quarter, she hit one in the corner, getting it to go at the beginning of the third. Let's see if she can keep it going.
Pili this time.
Ability to finish with that left hand is key. I've seen a lot of post players, they're always strong going to their right, but over that right shoulder finishing with your left that's where they lack, but not Alissa Pili. She does an excellent job, uses that offhand, knocks it down with their left.
20 points for Pili. Palmer after game 3. Bieda, corner, graces the iron, long rebound. Good hustle from Young. Can she save it? She does. Another chance. Pili on the spin. Bodies are Pili to the line. Second and third chances for Utah, giving them this up.
Flying out of bounds, saves it. Ines Bieda coming down, kicking it.
McQueen trying to stick with Watkins, but can't. The elevate. And you're right. The Buffs so tough on the home court. Utah working it in, high to low.
Just putting it on the money, and Johnson just holding that seal long enough so that the ball can get in there. Easy layup.
8 points for Johnson and a takeaway by the Utah defense. Bieda on the left side, just missing the layup, and Watkins wanted a foul call, didn't get it. She's going to bring it back the other way and stick it.
When you got to respect the maturity and poise by the freshman, not getting too low about turning it over, giving up a transition bucket, just takes it, goes the other way, and gets one of her own.
Just went back to work. Loses it there. Miscue with Akinwafo and McQueen.
Doesn't throw her hands in the air. Just learn from it, make an adjustment, and try to get next possession. I think that's the mentality that she has to have.
That one won't go for Forbes. And bodies collide down low, and holding the left leg is Jenna Johnson. Hate to see this. Utah's defense creating so much offense. They've extended the lead back out to 9 here in the third.
So when they face each other in conference and they start beating each other up, it doesn't affect their net ranking as much.
Yep, certainly so. Wilkie back on. Wilkie connects. Maddie Wilkie continuing to do some damage. We saw her in the first half.
She is going to be a great player going on for them in the future, able to hit.
Padilla, quick passing. They work it around. Dominique Darius has checked in, 21 in black. We haven't seen her this game. Oh, the extra effort there from Akinwafo. Akinwafo with the bucket.
Akinwafo's been really working hard on the offensive glass, just trying to make her impact, and it was nice to see her get one to fall.
Breaks the 7-0 Utah run. Yeah, they needed that. Ball fake from Pili. Takes it in. Gets the shooter's touch.
She's such a tough defensive assignment. I know she can shoot the three, so you want to come as a defender. It lulls you out there to want to block her shot, but she's so quick off the dribble, and you see why she's able to get around Akinwafo for the layup.
Utah back up to their largest lead, up by 12. 26 points now for Pili as Watkins loses it. Bieda. Oh, and gets hammered by Darius, but Darius making sure no easy layup for Bieda.
You see Juju just kind of loses it. Pili knows how quick her point guard is, throws it out there to her, and Darius just coming down with the hard foul. Nothing easy in transition.
7th game of the season for Dominique Darius. Transferred from UCLA a season ago. A redshirt sophomore out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Now going to the line.
So Bieda will go to the stripe. She's got 2 points. She's been a bit off with her shot 0 for 4 behind the arc, but 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and now add a free throw to the line.
Well, these defenders for USC, they're long, they're athletic, they can stay not quite in front of Vieta, because I don't know if that's possible, but they do a good job of, I think their length is bothering her. I really like the effort and energy that Caitlin Davis is giving right now on both ends. Offensively, defensively, she's a monster on the board.
21 points this quarter for Utah, and for USC 16. It's been a close third with under a minute left. Pili up top, she locks it. And Rhea Marshall just turned around and shook her head. She knew that was going in.
Well, she just got caught up for a split second on that down screen. Had to go around the defender that gave Alissa Pili just enough time to knock down that three.
She's a 43% three-point shooter, fourth in the conference tonight. 3 for 4 behind the arc. 29 points for Pili. That went off the mark. And it's a 7-0 run for Utah. Palmer has it knocked out of play. She was trying to draw the foul, but instead it stays with Utah. 0.3 on this clock. The old .3 play, Maylana. It's one of my favorites.
Just enough time for a tip.
Oh, wow. I mean, Pili's strong, but that's quite a tip out behind the three-point line. She almost got it there.
They're finding her on the low block, ISOing her against those posts from USC, and she's just able to score no matter what offensive position they're putting her in.
See which team can win this fourth quarter. As USC coming in off that big win against UCLA. That one from Ross, no good. She had Davis coming out at her.
Davis got up. If she had made contact, I think it would have landed in her lap.
Yeah, I think you're right. What a win for USC at home against the number 2 team at the time in the nation, UCLA Bruins. A standing room only crowd of over 10,600 at the Galen Center. Shot clock down to 3, and it's Marshall with the push-off on White. 5 rebounds, and now her third personal. As Palmer loses it right back to USC. Darius. Didn't see her in the first half, but now seeing her quite a bit. Skips it out to Padilla, who rattles it home.
Padilla has a knack for coming up with big threes like that possession. Just, you forget about her for a while, and she spots up over in the corner and knocks down a 3 and makes you pay.
Breaking the pressure, some full court pressure from USC. So mixing up the defense a bit on the Utes. Wilkie in. She's had a solid game off the bench, 11 points. And they're averaging 6 a game on the season. Shot clock down to 5. Palmer recognizing, scoops it up good. Lizzie Palmer, 4 points for her. Juju Watkins getting a rest right now. Padilla, short, tries to tip it, and it's into the hands of Kennedy McQueen.
Utah also doing a nice job of staying disciplined. They're taking open shots, but they're trying to get deep into the shot clock.
Blocking foul on McCullough. Her first. Pili, high archer, around and good. Alissa Pili, another one.
That is a big-time 3 by Alissa Pili. Clarice Akunwafo is 6'6" with a long wingspan coming out at her. Alissa Pili doesn't bat an eye, just knocks it down right in her face.
32 for Pili. Testing the D of Akunwafo. Now Helpty coming over, and she recognizes it. Queen scoops it up. Body bump, though, from Darius.
Alissa Pili just showing her range and showing her focus. Akunwafo not too far off defensively, using that length, but it doesn't matter. Alissa Pili just says, that's too much room.
Utah extending their lead. She's got 21 points. And everybody else, 26.
And again, we were talking earlier, it's about who you are matched up against. She's playing against Rhea Marshall, who's a great shot blocker, Clarice Akunwafo, again, and it's all because of her versatility.
1 for 2 from the line is on for the Utes. Really solid game. Young, off the iron, McQueen tracks it down.
Again, those offensive rebounds by Utah are just killers for USC.
13 in the second personal on Pili. All by herself. Davis battles that one in. Rising, drives it up, scoops it off too much. And nobody stopping the ball, and Forbes recognizes. There's free throw off the played for Lindsey Gottlieb as a freshman when Lindsey was the head coach there. As the officials are going to come together and talk things over.
Daisy Young just tipped it, maybe falling out of bounds.
Yep. Oh, and Wilkie, anticipation, almost a steal there. Just over 3 minutes left in the game.
Lots of fouls. I think the crowd here is respectfully disagreeing with that call, but I think what she got whistled for was she's just trying to create space coming off of that screen, and she used that arm bar and got whistled for the foul with the elbow.
USC coming in a 72% free throw shooting team. They have struggled from the line, though. 5 of 12 tonight from the stripe for the Trojans. And Utah, a bit of a scoring drought. The last 3.5, they have not scored. They could use one here. Hanging on, though, to this 17-point lead. Help D coming over for Pili.
You know, opportunities that way, but I don't think that the coaching staff for Utah is upset with the missed shot.
And she does.
I'm wondering when they'll look to maybe make some subs for this Utah squad, knowing that they've got UCLA coming in here just in a couple days.
Yep, UCLA will be here Monday. That'll be on ESPN. That's going to be a fun one. And a blocking foul call.
You have to give her that cushion because she is just so quick off the dribble.
Lindsey Gottlieb and her team will head to Boulder to face the Colorado Buffaloes, who will be coming off that loss against UCLA. That is going to be a tough trip for these Trojans.
USC or even Stanford, you're now going to face, you know, an even more determined squad than you already were when you make that trip from Utah to Colorado or vice versa.
Yep, definitely so. And the defense, full court pressure and a takeaway by the Trojans. Can they get something out of it? Kayla Williams back in, and she loses it to McQueen. Trying to trap with 2 minutes left. Pili by herself. Slithers that one over the rim.
I have to point out the pass by Daisy Young that made that happen. Both players, McQueen, Young, getting trapped. USC answering with a 3 of their own.
Finally, Forbes into double digits. She has 11. That 3 for Pili gives her 37. That ties her career high. Bieda lost her footing. And while the Utes will await the Bruins for their game on Monday. Shot no good.
And highly ranked USC team coming in here. So this was not a given win.
12 points, trying to add to it. Can't get the second. Washington tonight, Oregon State at Cal. And collision inside.
Akinwafo doing a little bit too much going over the back.
She's had the task most of the night of guarding Juju Watkins.
That is a tough task. But again, I think you don't have to really hold Juju Watkins scoreless. You just want to make it tough and just keep the other USC Trojans from scoring. And that's what Utah did tonight.
McQueen handed the passing lane. Defense to offense.
Heading play by McQueen, keeping the ball in front of her, avoids the tip by Roxanne McCullough.
Shot just short for Williams. And the rebound down to Utah, and that will do it. Utah is going to move to 13-5 overall, 3-3 in conference play. Their second highest win in program history against this number 6 team. It was number 3 Stanford a season ago.
Utah celebrates.